Indeed.
All right, we're live. City Manager Kenny Martin here with Public Information Officer Justin Beasley. We are live at Calabria Brick Oven Pizzeria to feature their business and also get a update from the city manager. We know his time is precious. First off, we're going to ask you, Kenny, how's your day going, man? How's your week going?
It is beautiful. It didn't rain near as much as what they said it was going to rain. And on top of that, the weather's been warm. It's going to get a little cooler over the next few days, but I'll take 50s. We had a really mild winter, which I'm thankful for. I did spend one day here recently, so digging up all the trees in my yard because I think they had died.
Yeah.
And in an odd kind of way, I'm sad about the trees, but the good thing about it is I won't have to trim all that stuff this summer. But my wife's already said I got to plant a lot more stuff. So I'll be right back to it anyway. So I get a small reprieve on trimming.
Two sides of the coin. The more work you do, then the more you got to replace it with. And
that's exactly
get
right.
Ready for the spring.
Yeah.
Your time is valuable. Very busy man. No such thing as a slow day in the city of Mount Juliet. A lot happening. What's been on your mind that you want to communicate to the public and our citizens as far as your leadership of the city and then the great elected body that we have?
Well, you know, we went through the storms recently. Oddly enough, March 3rd.
Yes,
mine's March 3rd. Three Hefner's is March 4th. So we were talking about that. We had a ceremony at City Hall, and we were talking about that. The ceremony was basically to memorialize the March 3rd, 2020 tornado. So, of course, every time when your birthday comes up, if it's real close to that or on that day, you think of that. So our thing is we were praying that nothing bad would happen, and nothing did. I think a lot of folks throughout Mount Juliet had some wind damage. There were some folks in Middle Tennessee and Tennessee that unfortunately lost their lives. You know, so you have to really think about safety. You know, safety is so paramount, and you wouldn't think of that. We've got greenways and other things like that. So if you are out and about and you're walking, and I know people wear earbuds and things of that nature, still try to be aware of your surroundings. Maybe don't. There's something you can do on your earbuds. You can muffle them a little bit, where you don't maybe hear some background noise. Maybe not do that to where you could hear some crackling if there was something to happen or if somebody was going to walk up on you. Safety is just paramount for us, and I hate that. And we'll continue to pray for the families of those that lost their lives. But it just shows you how you have to be aware at all times. And with warmer weather coming, especially with the ladies, they'll have their windows down. There'll be more people out walking. There'll be people more biking, jogging, you name it. So just be very aware of those folks. And you hear about it all the time. We had a fatality earlier this year, just a couple of weeks ago. And is that on 11 row? Somebody just simply trying to cross the road. And so that's something I really want to get out right now.
You talk a lot about safety. Every commission meeting and during your comments, it's about safety. And when you put your head on the pillow, you want people within your city to be safe, and overwhelming majority, all of us do feel safe, and we're thankful for that. One of those reasons is because the police department, fully staffed, as we mentioned the last time.
Yep.
And then now you have some exciting news with the fire department as far as an EMS unit beginning on Monday. I mean, I've always talked about, since I got here, the best years are ahead for this city, and you always want to have that perspective.
Yeah.
But it really is when you look at our law enforcement, our first responders.
Yeah, well, when you think about it, and I said that at the March 3rd event we had at City Hall, I want our citizens to know that everybody always talks safety is paramount. It's number one. It should be the number one thing we do for our citizens, and it is that. And that's why in my 33 years of the city, to see sort of the transition that we've made in this commission and how supportive they are for our EMS services, our fire services, our police services, all our city services. And I think that's what sets Mount Juliet apart. Is to start an EMS division is so rare. There's very few cities throughout the country that do that. To have one of the finest fire departments on the planet, one of the finest police departments on the planet. That's why safety's here. 99% of our crime does not happen from residents within the city of Mount Juliet. It comes from outside the city. So, but yet you hear about it every day. If you're getting the LPR cameras, the body cameras, the tasers, the city of Mount Juliet is one of the first cities, the commission. The reason I say city of Mount Juliet, not police department, is without the commission and without the citizens, we wouldn't have these tools. And that's why we're here today promoting this particular business. If it wasn't for folks shopping locally and patronizing your businesses, I think for a lot of years when we said that, folks thought that we were talking about, well, okay, that's just because it benefits City Hall. No, in reality, what it does, it benefits everything. Every time you spend money in Mount Juliet, Tennessee, the city limits per se, that goes to the services that we provide. And because of that good service and because the commission supports it, we are starting an EMS division at the city of Mount Juliet. That is huge. And every bit of that comes not because of a property tax and 11 cents. That generates about $2 million out of about a $30 or $40 million a year budget. It's sales tax. It's for folks like this fine man here today, the business we're sitting in, that chose to invest in Mount Juliet. Went through a couple of different floods. So we're literally where we're sitting today, water was rushing through here. But he said, you know what, I believe in Mount Juliet. I'm going to reinvest back into Mount Juliet, right? So that's what we have to do, is support the mom and pop businesses in this community and any business, but in particular mom and pop.
Absolutely. Valenarifi is the one that is letting us be here at Calabria Brick Oven Pizzeria. And when we reach out for this new segment, Live, Local, and Loving On, we've done it, but now we have a name for it.
Yeah.
I said, hey, what's a way I can promote your business and maybe give somebody an incentive? And he turned that up on its head and he said, every Facebook share of this broadcast, he's going to donate $10 to the Mount Juliet Help Center.
That's awesome.
Which really speaks to his character. So if you're at home and you know how to hit share on Facebook, what's stopping you? Because the Help Center does a lot of great work. So be sure to share that multiple times throughout the day. Of course, just from one account, but how many ever times we have that, that money is going to go towards the Help Center. Kenny, you also mentioned the EMS unit. That doesn't happen if our commission doesn't make a bold move and support that and vote for that. That's something that a lot of thinking went behind, and they're gonna see the benefits of that. Our residents are gonna see the benefits of that very soon.
That's right. When it was pitched to them, they didn't hesitate. And when you say bold move, we're talking about millions of dollars to do something like that, right? Because again, you can't put a price on safety. You can't put a price on a human life. And so they said, you know what? If there's anything that we're going to do, it's going to be public safety. That's got to come first, because without protecting the wonderful citizens we have and without them being here, Mount Juliet is not what it is. So it's always awesome when you have your elected body, the ones that vote on the budget, which we're coming up on budget time now.
Right.
It doesn't happen without them. And so when you see those units run up down the road, just realize that the number one call for fire department, the majority, probably about 90% of the calls that the fire department gets are actually EMS calls. And I want to brag a little bit on this. Our building department, our city also, because they've been increased the standards of the buildings that are built in Mount Juliet, you don't have near the fire calls you used to. So when your number one call through a fire department is EMS, that's life-saving. Mm-hmm. And so not only are things safer from structurally wise, but they're safer because you've got an EMS division. So I'll let when that unveils, it'll speak for itself.
Right.
But it's absolutely, I get chill bumps thinking about it, because it is about safety. My dad had a heart attack while serving on the police department here. He's over in Willoughby Station, and the EMS folks showed up, and to me, it saved his life. He ended up having a quadruple bypass service, and he's alive to this day, I think, because of that. And there's a lot of folks, unfortunately, because of timing, didn't get that. This commission is increasing that time. And just like we first started our fire department, we were level 10 ISO. I think we're at a 3 now. That's unheard of.
Right.
That's unheard of in such a short period of time.
In a 9+ year history, celebrating 10 years, I believe, in September. So that is absolutely unheard of, and speaks a lot to the elected body and the city management for giving them the resources to be successful. Before we invite some guests in, I want you to touch on, you mentioned a little bit of warmer temperatures.
Yeah.
We're starting to see more City Beautiful staff out cleaning the roads. So if you notice in Mount Juliet, the roads are so clean and everything is spick and span. It's because of the City Beautiful team. Also, the Parks team is out mowing some right-of-ways a little bit more and some of the medians. So what would your message be, not only to them to thank them, but also the residents to let them do their job and try to give them space to work?
Yeah, just to be aware, if you see them out in their safety vests or whatever, the lights, riding down the road in the golf carts, anybody that you see out, of course, work, because we got the move over law, so please make sure you do that. But the reason they're out there is to keep the city beautiful. That includes graffiti and other things that you'll see in other communities. The reason that's important to us is if you let the graffiti and the trash come in, crime follows. That's a known fact. And we're just not going to let that happen. Our citizens have invested too much in this community for us to let our community digress and go backwards. So if anything, we're going to increase that. And again, that doesn't happen without the commission. You don't see a City Beautiful team in every city picking up trash 6 days a week, right? So what I want to ask is that maybe that folks, if you see somebody littering, you can report that to the police department. If you've got some maybe loose debris or something like that in the bed of your truck, if you can be a little more aware of that, because a lot of the trash that comes blows out of vehicles, unintentionally, but it happens.
Right.
And then unfortunately, if you're just one of those people that don't understand why somebody else has to pick it up, and you set it out and you think, well, somebody else will get it, we need your help too. We're not fussing at you, but it's just don't litter in your community. Have more respect for that, for your city, for your county, for your state, and for your country.
And you mentioned a little bit about the budget. I know budgets are starting to come up as far as department heads discussing that with you. And oftentimes when I'm on the Coleman Walker show, he's always asking about the budget. And my answer, and you can add to this, the city's been so frugal in the years past that we are set up for a time such as this. Even when life is a little more expensive, gas is up.
Yep.
We're at a standpoint in the city where we can be fully operational and not have to worry about what's on the horizon, correct?
That's exactly right. Good fiscal leadership. I know we got our direction from our elected body, and then we pass that down just like a vision.
Right.
And so, that's why you see sometimes that we've got an older city hall or maybe all this. We're going to get every dollar, every penny out of everything that we do. We're going to run it till there's just nothing left in it. And then we'll get something new. And then whatever we get doesn't have to be Taj Mahal type stuff. It just needs to be serviceable.
Yeah.
And that's why you're seeing that. And that's why you're seeing new fire department, new police department, but possibly maybe even a new city hall, because those buildings don't belong to us at City Hall. They belong to the citizens.
Right. And what's an example of that? I know we've been very frugal as far as using existing buildings. We'll get the maximum amount of, certain city cars, just really things that, come from you and again, the elected body, but that foresight to know that we don't have to have the Taj Mahal, especially as young as a city we are, just 50 years incorporated.
Yeah. And that's it. I think it's just buying things. You don't have to, if just a regular vehicle get the job done, it didn't have to be leather seats. It didn't have to have this or that on it, and it's been a little tougher to find things lately because supply chain issues, but basically just like what you do at your own house. You have to treat these things now as you would at your own house. Would I do that? Would I leave a door propped open with air going because it's not my building? We've all been on vacation, and you're at the beach and you open the storm doors and air's down, you set it down about 65,
Yes.
And you're on vacation, you go, I'm paying for it. Right. That's a little bit different than at City Hall opening the door up and just leaving it propped up because you want some fresh air on and the air set at 70. So you have to treat the money as not only as if it was yours, what would you do, but also be understanding and aware that we wouldn't have what we have if not for the people that patronize this community and the people that live in this community.
Yes. And every time we get a chance to do one of these Facebook Lives, we want to thank you for doing that. Again, every $10 that's donated from a share of this broadcast. So share away. We want to invite, we've talked a lot about the elected body. We want to invite one of our great commissioners of this district in District 3, Scott Hefner, to join us at the table, and then he'll introduce our guest, Valen Arifi, as well. If y'all gentlemen want to come over here and join us, we've yapped enough. We want to hear from y'all and the great work that y'all are doing. So, Valen, come take this mic for me and take this center chair for me. There we go.
Oh, appreciate it. Good job.
Sit right there.
You want us over here, right?
Yes, sir. We'll stay in the picture.
Man, did you notice something? Did you feel that? Did you feel that energy? As soon as they sat down, things got better.
The presence of great.
Yeah.
Oh, wow. Look at
And there's
food
food
out
coming
everywhere.
as soon as we said.
I tell you what, I love the backdrop, but more importantly, I know the folks at home are watching online can't smell it. The smell in this restaurant is absolutely amazing. So if you don't have any plans for lunch or for dinner, please stop by.
Man, do y'all see that?
This is amazing.
Can you see that?
Wow.
Looks great. Valen, what is this right here?
This is a caprese appetizer, fresh mozzarella, fresh tomatoes, some basil, very simple, some balsamic drizzle, but it's good to die for.
Yeah.
We've
Dig in.
tried this. We've tried to do it like this young man did.
It doesn't
Yeah.
quite
It doesn't
turn out
quite
like that.
Turn out like that.
It tastes a lot better at the restaurant.
Yeah. Oh,
That's right.
it's amazing. My wife and I frequent Calabria's, and then there is a faction that actually pronounce it Calabria's.
Calabria.
Calabria. Okay,
Yeah.
there's a third.
Good.
And then there's some that just refer to it, we're going to Valen's.
There you go.
So-
I mean,
First name basis, right?
yeah.
But no, this place is amazing. My wife and I come here all the time. I'm pretty sure we've covered your electric bill a few
Thank you.
times. But no, it is actually absolutely amazing. So, and I do appreciate Calabria's. I'm not going to pronounce it your way because I know I'm going to mess it up.
No worries. No worries.
But this restaurant sits nearly in the middle of District 3. So when Justin told me about live with Kenny Martin today at Calabria's, I was like, yeah, I definitely want to be there if at all possible. So I was able to make it out. So, and I just want to set a special thanks to Valen and his entire family for everything that he's done in this community and actually Wilson County as a whole. Speaking of the March 3rd anniversary, Valen, I know he wouldn't say this, but I'm going to say it for him. Actually, during the very next day, the parking lot right outside of Calabria's was actually set up as the command post for all EMS, police, fire, even those coming from out of state. And Valen and his family opened up his restaurant in a sense and fed all those EMS for free, no charge. So it's amazing. His heart, his resilience, getting through, the flood, which happened as well. As the restaurant was underwater by at least a foot, maybe 2 feet.
Yeah.
Came back, rebuilt, even bigger and better and stronger. So I appreciate everything you've done for this
Thank you.
community and continue to do. It's actually part of your mission statement.
Yes. Yeah. So part of our mission statement actually is that one of the points is support local charities and local economy. So that's,
So I'll actually, where are we? Yeah, exactly. To bring joy to the hearts of our guests, supporting local charities and our local economy, working together, achieving greatness, but maintain humanity, make a positive difference in the experience of our guests and through those around us. So that's
Scott, he brought up a good point. A lot of restaurants don't have mission statements.
No.
For him just to have that and to live it out is pretty fantastic, in my opinion.
No, absolutely. So appreciate everything you do.
What's this we got here, Valen?
this is garlic knots. So they're just
It's amazing.
piece of dough that we get it out of the pizza dough. We roll it into a knot, throw it into some fresh garlic, extra virgin olive oil.
You really smell
It's
it.
really good. You can really smell the garlic.
It's yes. I'm gonna tear into one here in a minute. You may want to move that.
Yeah.
Exactly. We see more photos of that than anything, I believe, on social media when somebody's bragging about
It's
your
a very
restaurant.
popular appetizer and item. So
Either that or a martini,
yeah.
which they're known for, mixing up some really nice drinks. So
Yeah, our guys do a really good job on the bar too.
should I take a look at a menu?
Absolutely. Let's take a look at the menu. And while we do that, I want to play a quick video because we actually, this date here to do this Facebook Live kind of spurned from a Channel 5 feature of your help with Compassionate Hands recently. We're going to play that video, kind of react to it, and then we got a little surprise for Valen that he doesn't know about. We're going to play this video and come back. So stay tuned. Watch this feature. Really great feature on Channel 5.
Well, if you didn't know it, today is a holiday. It's Happy National Pizza Day.
Oh, sounds good to me.
Good.
For one man, pizza is part of his incredible story. It actually changed his life, and it's helping him change other lives tonight. News Channel 5's Forrest Sanders reports.
No matter how old you are or where you're from, there is something unifying about good pizza. Valen Arifi knew that
Pizza just, brings people together.
when he opened his Calabria brick oven pizzeria in Mount Juliet.
You will become the superstar of that party when you bring good pizza. We're a brick oven wood fire pizza. We ferment our dough for 3 days. My go-to pizza that I'll probably eat one a day is a margarita.
And that aroma is what's kept customers coming back for 7 years. What's led them to meet Valen and sometimes hear his story. Valen grew up in Kosovo in the 90s. He was twice a prisoner of war.
Just because I spoke Albanian and I was going to Albanian school, a lot of horror stories and families being displaced. And I normally don't share stories like that. That's just because at times can be very emotional. I came here as a refugee.
After living in New York and New Mexico, Valen came here with the hopes of building this business. There's a deep pride and appreciation for all of this because of all he's lived through. And today, Valen gives back.
So today is National Pizza Day.
Calabria is joining restaurants everywhere in the Pizza Across America event, where hot meals are made for those in need.
We're donating to Compassionate Hands in Lebanon. We're feeding about 60 people tonight. These people live without homes. This organization provides them a place to sleep, meal at the end of the night.
Valen's here alongside Mount Olivet Baptist Church and Mount Juliet Police. And the reviews for tonight's meal?
The pizza's lovely.
Outstanding pizza.
The man that made this pizza, thank y'all very much.
Well, they're pretty good.
We do that just because we want to give back, help people that are less fortunate, pay back what this country has given me in the last 23, 24 years.
I'm Forrest Sanders, News Channel 5.
So when you think of why Mount Juliet is great, look no further than Valin Arifi and that feature right there. Just the goodness of his heart. I know that's why you guys are really good friends and you value him in your district.
Oh, most certainly. Just amazing individual, amazing family. Entire family works here too. He's been working around. I just see him running around here, but no, they're just an incredible story. Pursuing the American dream. Understand Valin's going to be opening a second location, Calabria's, this later on this month. I believe that is that Hendersonville? Goodlettsville. So just a great story, great success story, and I look up to him. Extremely proud of what he's accomplished and continuing to do. Anyways, can't say much more than that. He's just an incredible human being.
We actually have something that reflects our sincere gratitude.
Yes,
for him as well. We'll let you present that if you want to.
So
we've hit it under the menus for
this is it's a complete surprise. He's not. Oh wow. He's not sure. He doesn't know this is going to happen. So on behalf of the city of Mount Juliet, as District 3 Commissioner, I would like to share with you this proclamation. It's been signed by the mayor and myself as District 3 Commissioner. I'm going to read this proclamation. Therefore, I, James Manus, Mayor of the City of Mount Juliet, and Scott Hefner, District 3 Commissioner of the City of Mount Juliet, do hereby acknowledge Valin Arifi and his wife, Teota Arifi, for their incredible giving to our Mount Juliet community, and we do hereby name March 10th, 2023 as Calabria Day and encourage all to join in the celebration.
Wow, thank you. Thank you.
Excellent.
Thank you very much.
Really,
man, I'm out of words. Thank you. That means a lot.
On that anniversary, it's just
Wow.
like her birthday. It's your day.
That is awesome.
It
Thank
is your
you
day.
so much.
That's
very
in
touching.
forever in the city archives as well.
Yeah. Thank you so much.
Yeah. We don't give those out lightly. So
Wow.
You deserve it. The whole family deserves it. And wish you nothing but continued success in all that you do.
Well, thank you. It's I've said this a million times, but it's an honor to be part of this great city of Mount Juliet. I wouldn't want to be anywhere else in the world except right here in Mount Juliet. So, I'm out of words, but I was not expecting that. I thought, it was just joking. So.
No, it's a serious deal.
Thank you.
We appreciate
you. This means a lot.
And to close us out, because we're about at the end of our time, just show us what you have right here and kind of, I think you have, this is margarita.
Yes.
I think you said you have one of those every day, which that's a really good life to live.
I'll put it right there.
Show it a little bit to our audience.
Okay, that's awesome.
What goes into this pizza?
So this is a margarita, and we'll start from just the process of how we make our dough. Basically, we make our dough and we cold ferment it for about 3 days. During those 3 days, we let nature take over and throw some love and everything else. And in 3 days, we make this, make it on a pizza. It's got fresh mozzarella, San Marzano sauce imported from Italy, some fresh basil. Really light. It's got a good kiss from a fire or a char on the bottom of the pizza. So, one of my favorite.
You might not be able to see it from home, so we encourage you to come up here and get one for yourself.
That's right.
It is really good. We're present. We can tell you that.
That's right. It smells amazing.
This restaurant's quite popular. I hear somebody mention it weekly, at the very least, of some kind of event going on here, or lunch plans or dinner plans. And obviously, business is booming so much. You got to open up a second store. That's a sign of success, is it not?
It is. Yeah. We do have a lot of big parties too. A lot of corporate events that we host on our private room. Big birthday parties, retirement parties, family get-togethers, date nights, our bar offers some good cocktails, a good wine list, and just, really simple, but, it's good stuff.
And he's an owner-operator, so you find him time to time back there either mixing drinks, making pizzas, seating people. So he's actively involved here just about every day, if not every day.
The staff back here this morning was cutting up at about 10 a.m. as I was setting up and talking about how they're going to be on TV. And they seem to really enjoy working for you as well, which I can relate to. I love working for our elected body and our city manager, Kenny Martin. Sincerely, I mean, they're a blast, and I always got a smile on my face because of the leadership that they bring.
Absolutely, yeah.
Speaking of budget, by the way, I know budget season's coming up. I thought you had a Mac Pro already. I see you're still working on.
We're looking into that.
I know. I told him that he had the green light. I think it's just.
I didn't even put you on the spot.
No, we talked about it.
We're working on it.
Matter of fact, I think you just recently ordered some new equipment. I don't know if it's here today, the light or something else. Maybe some pieces, parts.
We have, Commissioner could say this, from the first video we did, we have immensely upgraded equipment, which really, the light, especially in a low light atmosphere like this, and the camera where I don't have to get a call and it interrupts it and everything. We got the graphics underneath as well. So it's, again, they've given us resources to be successful.
The commissioner's right here live. He's trying to get you something. I've even said, okay, you're still over here working with a slate tablet.
We're getting to it. We're steadily advancing. So,
hey, we would be remiss. We'd be remiss if we didn't do this. I'm going to embarrass her, but
yes,
he's in on it too. We want to get Miss Hefner to come over just real quick and wish her a belated happy birthday. It's just a few days out. And
she wasn't expecting
that. And this young lady supports her hubby from one end to the other. She shows up at all the city commission meetings. She's absolutely a precious lady and human being. And so I want to, we want to wish you a happy birthday.
Thank you.
Because like you
Happy
said,
birthday.
we both agree. Mine's the day before hers, and hers is the next day, which is even a better day, by the way.
It's a birthday
it's the whole month.
It's
It
the
is
whole
a-
month. Why not?
It's a whole month. It is a whole month. Me doing this.
Hey, the city wouldn't have it any other way.
And my favorite place to come is right here and have a cucumber martini.
That's right. And with your martini pizza.
Yeah.
That's right.
Perfect. So happy birthday, young lady.
Thank you very, very, very much. And
Yes.
congratulations again.
Thank you.
We just are so proud of y'all, and I'm proud of you, and we're just happy to be here.
Thank you.
Yeah. Excellent.
you
Well,
want to sign us off?
Come on back in here, Justin.
No,
Here, I'll
Come on,
move.
you do it.
You come here.
no, you sit right here, and I'll get in the background.
Oh, you get back here.
And
come on, I'm getting
It's live, man.
hungry.
It's
I'm going
live.
to teach Sheree how to do my job, which I say all you need is a pulse, really, just to talk in front of a camera.
Yeah, well.
So when I get done saying thank you, you can hit in broadcast on the laptop that I have.
that antiquated laptop.
I found
You see
it.
that?
I can
Okay,
do
just
it.
click on that. So again, the most important part of this video as well is Valen's heart. So as far as the shared broadcast, every time you share this on Facebook, it's on YouTube, it's on Twitter as well. Each share goes towards $10 to the Help Center, which does fantastic work, especially in a time and day like this where times are a little rougher as far as finances for most people with the cost of living. So Valen, we certainly thank you for that kind gesture. And
Thank you.
that is his idea and his idea alone. So we love that. And again, speaks to his character. So on behalf of everybody at this table and Calabria's Brick Oven Pizzeria, we want to say thank you again and signing out for all of us. You got to click it with your hand.
Here we go.
Thank you.
And hit it one
No
more
problem.
time.